Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Albert, and today I'm doing my very first AI art challenge. What does that mean? It means I'm teaming up with fellow AI artist and YouTuber Patrick Galbraith to do a little battle of the wits. We will each have 1 hour to complete a 16:9 AI artwork on the topic of, drum roll please, darkness versus light. That's right, 289 of you voted from these 4 options and picked darkness versus light as our topic for today. If you missed this, feel free to subscribe to my channel and not miss any other posts in the future. I have a bunch of little in-between things while I'm not making videos to keep you updated on what I'm doing. And a lot of you were able to get previews of future videos from this, so don't miss those posts if you haven't seen them yet. Our ground rules are simple. We each have 1 hour of time, have to have a 16:9 canvas, and are only allowed to use Stable Diffusion models 1.4 or 1.5, and the 1.5 in-painting model by Runway. Otherwise, it's completely open to us, including choice of software and so forth. I will be recording my entire progress. The timer you see on screen is completely accurate. No breaks. Let's get going now. Okay, I'm going to be using Photoshop. I'm opening Photoshop now. Stable Diffusion is already running in the background. And 16:9, I mean, I'm probably just going to use a movie size widescreen. So something like 1920 by 1080. 1920 by 1080, transparent. Let's just go black. And I'm picking darkness, so I'm gonna put my weight on darkness in a little bit of contrast with the light, of course, because I like contrast, but generally have darkness prevail. Who doesn't love that? I do have a little graphics tablet here, which I will be using to make my image-to-image inputs, but I think that's going to be quite useless soon, because obviously Stable will be doing a lot of the work later. I might be, filling in some details. So, darkness makes me think of like caves and stuff, I guess. So maybe have some kind of obsidian colored cave. Let me do some research as well. So an artist I really love that does dark stuff is Gustave Doré. He has a lot of stuff that influenced filmmakers, especially. So he has this angel falling, Lucifer. I think Alfonso Cuarón got a lot of inspiration for the third Harry Potter from him, so he's kind of cool to look at. He did a lot of caves as well. There's like trees and stuff. I love the iStock logo. Getty Images, get a grip. This is not your artwork. You can't license this. Jokers. They tell us we're stealing art. Stuff like this. I don't want to keep the medium, right? So no cross-hatching there. I do like the God rays and stuff, so that's kind of cool. I do want a hole in the ceiling, if that makes sense. So kind of a... I'm going to be building the cave first, and then kind of adding stuff on top. So I want God rays coming down like this. Darkness. Maybe some kind of ritual in a cave gone awry. Something creepy like that. Halloween's over, but who doesn't like being creeped out? And as a contrast to that, it's kind of triangle shaped. I like that. Maybe something creepy here in this space. So like not completely black, but something like that. Like an obelisk. That's a little phallic. Although going in there, yeah. Maybe something coffin shaped. Ooh. Like a sarcophagus. I don't know if Stable can do a sarcophagus, if that word's too complicated, but okay, let's check on that real quick. Text to image, a sarcophagus. Concept painting of a sarcophagus. Let's just check that real quick. Because if it can, that would be kind of a cool topic, like a big old rock sarcophagus kind of standing. Like I love the movie The Mummy. I don't know if you've seen The Mummy, just the Rachel Weisz Brendan Fraser classic from the 90s. Just the right amount of corniness and also just fright factor. Okay, interesting. Now what did it get up to? Okay, kind of understands it. Yeah. That's a risk worth taking. Okay, good. So we have the sarcophagus and maybe kind of some like explorers or something running in fright. Okay, so people, always fun. People running. Let's check out how Gustave Doré paints them, like poses. There's a lot of fear and stuff, I think. Okay, he's kind of concerned. I want people running in fright. I think Doré did a lot of Dante, like a whole Dante hell cycle. Yeah, there's people. Okay, those are people dancing around Satan, but it's like running around is good. Okay, he's afraid. I like that pose, so I'm gonna copy him in here. Oops, nope. My graphics tablet is a little old. It likes getting involved in things it doesn't understand. Okay, cool. So that's a good pose. Just very vaguely hint at that pose. I do appreciate the 1.5 model being released because it does make hands and faces a lot better. So that's kind of cool. Let's get like skin color in there too. You know, kind of a white British guy who's gotten tanned in Egypt. And I hope I can kind of hint at least, give it a little bit of a, make it really soft. That his arm is here. He's got quite some hips there. Let's see if I got my eraser as well. No, I don't have that working right now. Okay, my setup is wrong. Oh, my channel is, my layer is wrong. Oh boy. Now you see all the mistakes I make that I usually edit out. So that's kind of the challenge. Another hidden challenge of doing challenges like this. So give him some pockets and stuff. Just kind of... Is he holding a shovel? Maybe give him a hat as well. Yeah, why not? Let's give him a shovel. Put that on a separate channel, though I don't know if it'll understand in stable. This is quite a complicated pose. You know, I think I'm actually trying to do one of the most advanced artworks I ever have, which is, of course, not a fantastic idea in a challenge like this. We're already 7 minutes 45 in, but I think we'll be pretty fast once the AI kicks in. So I trust in you, Stable. Okay, let's remove that. Oh boy, I don't love that composition at all. Sarcophagus is going to be really big. I think I want something on the sarcophagus, of course. We have to kind of give it detail. And if something's scary, you know, we're going to kind of have to make its eyes glow or something. There's usually like a dude on it. So creepy black sarcophagus. Well, that's straight from the new Mummy movie, which was terrible, but you know, that kind of thing. Honestly, creepier than the hot mummy that they put inside. I don't understand. Like, if you have a face like this, don't just make it another hot Hollywood lady. That movie was awful. Okay, but generally the face is good, so kind of make it creepy. Oh boy. Have its arms crossed like this, and some tools or whatever. Okay. I'm getting too artsy here. Some symbols or whatever. Good. Now another layer and some like glowing eyes. Let's make them blue as a contrast to the kind of orange other guy that I have here. Okay, good. So what do we have? We have the background. I'm going to sort these into folders. BG, that's the background. And I also have to figure out some sort of order for sections of this, right? Because I can't put this whole thing into image to image. I need to generate parts of it first. So this is all sarcophagus. And we can delete that. And this is dude 1. And I think I'm going to pick later if I have enough time to make another dude or move these guys around. So now I'm going to add some noise. I feel like that always helps a little bit with my generations. So add noise, uniform, excellent, and then just kind of can also try, let's do screen. And save a copy. All right. Now, make a folder here. Challenge 1. Iterations. BG. 1. JPEG. Quality 8 is just fine. Okay, now let's go in here. Bring it in here. Immediately, challenge 1. Put this folder over here so I don't have to constantly click around. And now bring this in here. And I think I'm going to start with a square with the light here. And go concept painting of a dark cave, dark rocky cave by Josef Thoma, who's a cool painter from Vienna in like the 1800s. So we're not taking anybody's work. I'm going to weight this a little bit. And Gustave Doré. Let's see if that gives it just a little bit or not. Just too much cross-hatching or not. Cinematic lighting. God rays. Dark rocky cave with light coming in. Dusty particles in the air. Let's try moonlight. Okay, cool. Just resize, sampling steps. Let's do 50 immediately. I trust my prompt quite a lot. Batch count. Let's do 4. Denoising strength really high up. Who cares? We barely gave it anything to begin with. Okay, check the time. 13:13. I mean, that's kind of good. I'm going to use my skip button liberally here, though. It's understanding the same general kind of thing all the time. So I think I'm going to need to return. And it did my black and white. Yeah, Gustave Doré is too much. Let's try that. Okay, coming in from above. And I'm going to change this. I think I'm going to make this light opening much smaller. Okay. Two. And what I love about this process is we can go back in anytime and edit parts of the image later. So I don't have to decide anything, which is an advantage of digital generally, right? So if you used to paint, this would be much harder to do. But then digital tools came along and made it easier. So much on that commentary for AI art. It's another tool, because obviously I'm still thinking about composition, what I want in my image, all that stuff. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, much better. Cool. I like that. It added Josef Thoma's signature in the corner. That's cool. I would like it to be a little bluer. Generally, let's bring this back in here. So I want a couple more options. Rocky cave with light coming in from above, dusty particles in the air. Okay, that's good. Give that something more. I like that. I wish the light came in a little more from the other side. So I think I'm going to flip this later if I do end up using this. It put in a little dude. So that's a very large cave then, which I like. It adds some depth. So actually, you know, movie. Wonder what that does. But for now, I'm just going to appreciate that one. That one's cool. It's kind of realistic. So let's bring this back into Photoshop. Put in there. Turn off our noise. And I'm going to flip this. And that's pretty much what I was thinking of. That's really cool. Good. And I'm going to just kind of mask this a little bit. Or use the inpainting. I'm going to use the inpainting, see what happens there. I've actually never used it. So I'll admit to that. I've never had good results with inpainting, so I never even bothered to use the inpainting model. But since we're allowed to, might as well go for a risk. We're about a quarter in with our time. So I'm going to switch to the inpainting model. And you can't crop with this. Okay, interesting. So whatever. This is how you even use this? I don't know. Wee. It's going to be complete nonsense. Ha. Oh boy. Stick to the style, I guess. Okay. Just see what happens before I waste too much time. I'm using it completely wrong. Ha ha. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the following. I'm going to copy this, bring this in here, flip it around, and just make it completely unrecognizable with just some really rough clone tooling and stuff. So just make sure we make this a lot darker. Content aware fill. Something like that, yeah. Excellent. Let's make sure it understands there are some rocks over here and so forth. Bring that over here as 4. Do that again. I don't want any hard lines here. Yes, replace it. That's fine. Okay. Go back to image to image. I'm not going to use any tools I don't understand. Ha. Cool. Rocky cave from left. Let's go. Let's see this. It's totally understanding what I want. Yeah, very good. Very good. It's getting the style. It's kind of a cool, like 1800s old style painting, so that's neat. Ooh, I like that light, whatever it is. Even though we're not going to use it at all. That's cool. And this one leaves like more space open to the side. I can't really decide. It's a bad time to not be able to decide. It looks like there's an opening here. This is a little more closed. I enjoy that because here you can, it looks like there's escape possible. And I don't want escape to be possible for my guy. He opened a sarcophagus he wasn't supposed to, or he discovered one. So he's going to be punished for that decision. He's going to be running. So let's get that going. Good. And maybe I can actually get my little part that I need on the other side from here somewhere. Yeah, make it like closed off. Just flip that and bring it over here. Okay. Just a little corner there. Good. Okay. That's plenty for the background right now. We can change it all around later. So now it's time to bring in this beautiful, beautiful sarcophagus. Isn't it pretty? Just gorgeous. And make a new folder. And call it sarcophagus. Just writing that word is probably costing me a lot of time. 128. Okay. Bring it in here. Crop it. I feel like a good tactic, honestly, would be to have like a pre-cropped square because I don't need to keep bringing back in the 16:9 image. Concept painting of a black sarcophagus. Creepy. I think we might have to do the eyes separately with a mean face etched into the front. It's not going to understand what that is. But let's see what it does. Turn this way up. Goodness, that was too much. Maybe there's a good face in it though. It's kind of cool. Yeah, interrupt that. It's too much. Standing upright. Standing upright. Oof. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. It's getting there. Okay. That's a little better, I guess. Black coffin. Let's do coffin. And meanwhile, I'm going to go on Pexels and try to see if I get a like an image I can kind of photo bash in there. Something like that. Yeah, that's better, honestly. I'm going to do that. Yeah, this is terrible. This is just awful. Can't possibly work with that. So let's bring this guy in here. Fine. Name it 2 and bring it in here. Oh, I wrote coughing. Great. Creepy face by Josef Thoma. He probably doesn't have a lot of references. Ooh. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Oh, I love that it interpreted that as ribs. That is awesome. I love the hands. Yuck. Wow. Okay, I am going to do the following. I'm going to start. How much time do we have? I'm going to start a square file here. 24 minutes, almost halfway. Goodness, and copy, and just to adjust my squares a little bit. That is terrifying. And get the best parts out of here. And yuck. And the face is the best here. Goodness gracious. Now save that. Sarcophagus. I think we're at 3 now. Amazing. Get that in here. Just let it be a little more creative. Creepy skeleton face. And now I want too much freedom. Way too much freedom. And now I want to, in the next step, get the glowing eyes in there. Still too much. I'm going to adjust individual parts next, I think. None of that is any good. Okay. So I'm going to get the results here. Flattened. Flatten image. Bring all of that over here. Cut it out. I don't really love the... I want to extend it. I'm going to bring in some more of that. Kind of like put it in a rock or something. Hide that awful hand. It's a lot of hands there. Okay, now cut out a rock from here. Good. Mask it to kind of stick in there. Make it a little three-dimensional. Okay, now we have to move on to our dude because I can't possibly do this otherwise. And save a copy. Iterations. Man. One. JPEG. This is the definition of trust the process. Oh my goodness. I'm really starting to sweat a little now because this is not quite close to where I want it. So this is getting, I think I'm doing a lot of objects that Stable Diffusion doesn't really understand. So concept painting of a scared man in cargo shirt and pants holding a shovel. 0.21 is nonsense, of course. Ah, turn on noise. Quick. Quick, 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 quick. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. You see, the noise really does help. It does kind of get the pose better. Wow. That dude looks intense. All of these dudes are kind of cool. Of course, they're not really doing the pose all that well, but parts of them are. So I think this dude is really cool as like a individual thing. So I'm going to paste him in here with my iteration in the background, of course. And try to get some parts out of him that I like. So I'm going to flip his face over because he needs to be looking scared. I like his head. He's not wearing a hat, so we have to kind of change that by repainting the hat onto him. And he needs to be running. So that image is a little better for that. And okay. And is there any one that has the arm in anywhere close? I suppose this guy kind of... I mean, he's messed up in a lot of ways, but he did at least get the shovel right, so got to give him credit for that. Okay. And I think this dude may have had the arm that's kind of up there. Okay, well, that's plenty of nonsense. So let's bring this noise layer up on top here. Give it less. And save it. As 3. Okay. Scared man in a cargo shirt and pants holding a shovel. Oh, running man looking back. I don't understand why this one dude looks so good and nobody else does. Nice kicks you got there. Why is it misunderstanding his head so badly? Running man in cargo shirt and pants holding a shovel. Turning away. Okay, this cartoon man is good. What on earth? It's doing like cartoons now. That's bizarre. Some part of my prompt here is turning him into cartoon men. But this part I like. So we will keep him. Adjust him a little bit, of course. But generally, he's got the right vibe. Like, he's got almost the right pose, which is kind of funny because everything else failed utterly. He's got this hat on. I don't love that, but we're going to fix that later. So let's try refining him. 4 JPEG. Let's do like running archaeologist or something. Maybe it can even do that holding a shovel. Turning away. That worked. Why is it giving me cartoon dudes? That's bizarre. Okay, the pose is getting there. He's still having like cartoon faces. Is that Joe Biden? What's going on? Cool. Yeah, I like him. That's good. Running archaeologist holding a rather turning away cinematic. I wonder if Josef Thoma is like giving him some kind of cartoon. Maybe that's like also a cartoonist or something. Something in the prompt is making little rubber dudes. That's bizarre. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to save him and crop his face. And I think that's what we're going to have to live with. Of a man. A scared man wearing a big cowboy hat. He looks really creepy. Yikes, okay. Cool. Cool face though, bro. Need to give him a quick cowboy hat. And paint some of that away. What a mess. Okay. And I think generally my dude here needs to have a cleaner background. So I'm just going to give him black there. And select subject. It's generally pretty good. Okay. And some painting away. way of this down here. Mm-hmm. Did I remove the hat, or is that just the hat color? I don't love that. I gotta level up the hat a little bit. Yeah, make it more clear. Okay, good. Oh, I'm still using the inpainting model. Oh my goodness. That's probably the reason. Goodness. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yikes. Woof. That's the problem. That's what you get. Yeah, okay. They're wearing like bandanas. It's always mixing the hat with the... He looks cool. Okay, good. I'm gonna bring him in. Deuterino, you have been replaced. You are too strange and sad. Face we're gonna fix in the final go around. Select subject. Okay. Let's save this as a total and try to iterate down to individual details, because we don't have any more time. We have like 15 minutes left. Yeah, okay, 20 minutes left to refine this. So let's see where it ends up. Definitely keep a light noise on that, I'll say. And I want the glowing eyes still on the sarcophagus. So I'm going to do that with a little bit of a blue. And blue eyes. And I kind of want just a general blue haze over the whole thing. So very soft, very large brush. Very large, not bigger than the image, of course. Opacity low. Now let's see if I can kind of get that haze going. Yeah, get that very, very blurred. That's my graphics tablet going crazy again. Very blurred, of course. This is awful the way it looks now. And kind of a, yeah, soft light. And I also want this to be on the dude. So I'm going to go to blending options and inner glow. Inner shadow? Inner glow. Inner shadow, actually, because that way we have an angle. I don't think glow has an angle. Yeah. Inner shadow, distance, this blue color, and I'm going to go screen, opacity down. Okay. Save a copy. Iterations total. And I'd like to make this generally darker, because we haven't really, I mean, darkness is thematically in there, but it's not fully realized yet. So I'd like to get this a little darker in total. I think we could edit that in Photoshop once I've seen some iterations of this. Concept painting of a sarcophagus glowing blue. Creepy horror sarcophagus glowing blue in a dark rocky cave. Cinematic lighting, realistic god rays. Okay. 50 denoising strength. 25. Good. Nice. It's getting there. It's getting there. Okay. So that's kind of a scary sarcophagus. The rocks are fixed. Let's start bringing that over here. Okay. Keep the details here on the hands. Okay. Now we go over here. Make sure we lose that stretch of a scared man running in a dark rocky cave. A scared man running in a dark rocky cave. Man holding a shovel. Okay. Shouldn't change too much like this. Yeah, the face is getting better. I'm going to fix the face still in the end. Some parts are better here. Like the integration. So for these steps, you can kind of get a better edge on things and stuff like that. So generally, even if the contents is wrong, it can help get edges right. If you hear some crackling in the background going on, those are my rats. My pet rats. Messing around somehow and getting up to shenanigans. So don't mind them. And I'm also going to remove some of the nonsense it put here. He has something there. I don't know what it is. Honestly, the face isn't any better, so why should I change it? There's more detail in his clothing, though, that I want to keep. Okay. I'm going to do his face now. Scared man wearing a hat with a beard, wearing a hat. Okay, restore faces, give him a little freedom with the face, because he's right now not a beauty. Yeah, that man is not scared. That man is high. What is he doing? Oh my goodness. Ew, that's kind of messed up. Oh boy, they all look kind of not really pretty. Scared man with a beard wearing a hat. A screaming, terrified man. Average man at a Trump rally. Gave him a little too much freedom, but maybe it's going to help me even as a face just to put on. Ew. His tongue is over his teeth. That man is truly terrified and terrifying. Yikes. Okay. Let's do a terrified man. 0.5. And checking the time, I have 10 more minutes to make a masterpiece out of this. Boy, oh boy. The hat's super messed up, too. Okay. Now, we have to live with this for now. I'd rather get a general good look on this. Gonna pick out a little LUT here to kind of bring all the colors together. And late sunset is too much. So it kind of helps to get a final little, I think crisp warm actually didn't look so good, no. Candlelight, 3 strip, drop blues. Does bring the colors together a little bit because it used to be a little more colorful, but crisp winter is cool. Futuristic bleak, horror blue. It's also kind of cool. Generally, I'm going to kind of already has a natural vignette, which is nice, so I might leave that. And adjust the curves a little bit. So I think I'm gonna make it a little more like this. Okay, and bring it back. Three. And now just run it. Concept painting, cinematic lighting. Concept painting by Josef Thoma. Remove that. Cinematic lighting, God rays, oil painting. Beautiful. High detail. Glowing, rocky, just still add some of the stuff. Dusty. Okay, and leave the denoising strength pretty low, of course. We don't want it changing all that much. And I'm going to bring up the sampling steps to 70. Change restore faces. Let's see if it kind of brings stuff together a little bit more. Add some more smooth lighting and stuff. Yeah, it just brings it together a teeny bit. The lighting here I like most. This is the most detail though. Okay, I'm going to upscale this. Using ESRGAN. And then bring that into Photoshop. And just overlay it, slightly mask it a little more. onto the rest. What is it doing? Did it freeze on me? I think it may have frozen on me. Oh boy. Let's reload that. Let's see what happens. Shoot. Iteration total. Just going to run it again. It's quicker than finding it somewhere deep in there. Just give me some more options. Looks kind of like a Star Wars character, doesn't it? Interesting. And the time is 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes for this. Sent to extras. Come on, 2 times. ESR GAN. Do it. Do it. Come on, you're fast at this usually. Yes, okay, thank you. And copy and paste. And upscale, bring it up slightly. Just a little bit. Excellent, over the top. Opacity down a little bit. See if I need to adjust the square teensy bit. Yes, I do. Now, just change the brush. Bring back out the details. Just bring them back slightly. Okay. Bring back this. Make it a little bit taller. I think it... Okay, and now the second half. My man with the weird face that I hope to change in the final step, but probably won't have time for. Get repainted. Oh, maybe add him to the prompt a little bit. He's getting some really nice clothes, though. Wow. Handsome man. Yes. Good clothing. Good stuff. Kind of concerning. Nice. He got a cool bag. That's pretty neat. Okay. Send to extras. Upscale. Come on, man. Quick. 3 more minutes. Okay. Let's get him just a little bit. And I think the shovel used to be a little more. Okay, let's try to get his shovel. Just a teeny bit better. Or his hand holding the shovel, at least. The older hand, okay. Let's get that in there. I don't think I can fix his face, but I might as well try. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay. None of them look concerned enough. And here's the final result. Here's my very first 1 hour challenge result. Well, you know, it is what it is. I tried to tell a little bit of a story. I like movies. I like scary movies. And that's why I wanted to go with this little mummy theme here. I did get my general concept, right? If we look at what I originally had, so here's a frame from earlier in the video, what my rough plan was, and I'd say, if anything, I did what I planned. And if there's a problem with it, it is a question of my original composition. So in the end, classic art skills are necessary to make good results in AI as well. I'm kind of happy with it. If I had more time, I would make this much prettier. I would take more time with composition, with lighting in the beginning and checking out some other people's work. I'd spend more time on the face, using the right model. So I guess it's time to see what Patrick got up to. You ready? So Patrick sent me a short time-lapse of his work, and his entire time-lapse and his process video is, of course, on his channel right now. I recommend you go watch that and subscribe to his channel. He has great content. So now I'm excited to see what he did. Let's hit play on that. Okay, so he started out with a line drawing, interesting, then painted a lot more, generated a bunch of animals with his style, and then painted them in there and kind of combined the deer. Okay, interesting. Also separated, like I did. Different character there. Did that separately. Added some details. Okay, so he took more time on the details. I appreciate that. And then painted god rays in there. And here's his final result, full screen. That's good work, Patrick. That's really good work. Nice. It's cool. It's got kind of like a, I mean, obviously medieval Game of Thrones-y vibe. The helmet here kind of reminds me of the Game of Thrones concept art, not of the series, but like on their wiki, kind of the more traditional, realistic medieval helmets. I like that. I love the detail here that you took the time to put a deer on there. That's really neat. And this glowing thing, you went more towards the light. So you kind of have this overpowering god ray deer in a beautiful pond here. I'm going to have to take a look at your longer video to check out the prompts you used because I really like this style. Well, you clearly had great understanding of light and shadow. You took more time painting your rough plan. You had your colors clearly planned out, including these lines I saw in the time lapse. Like you knew where the light was coming from precisely and kind of pre-painted that to let Stable know what you wanted to do. And, well, I really like it. Great job, Patrick. And you clearly know your way around Stable. Now, you, of course, you chose the topic for us, so you're also going to have a chance to pick out your favorite. Let me know in the comments what you liked about mine, what you liked about Patrick's, whose was better, and subscribe to Patrick's channel. So I hope you enjoyed this. We're going to have challenges in the future, I'm sure. So hit that subscribe button to have an influence on what the topics are in the future. Let me know in the comments what other videos you'd like to see me make. I have a whole list that I'm still working through of your ideas. Hit that like button, hit Patrick's like button, and I hope to see you very soon. I'm Albert Bosazan, and have fun with Stable Diffusion.